Guys, you won't believe what's in this package. Hey, it's John Bear, so happy to see your beautiful face, and today I'm gonna open this box from SmallRig. First I'm gonna unbox every single item here, and then at the end of the video I'm gonna weld everything together to create my rigged out Blackmagic. SmallRig is the company that makes the camera cages for example, Blackmagic. So far I've been using a SmallRig SSD holder as well as a SmallRig cage for my Blackmagic. And a lot of the times on my YouTube channel, I call this camera a DIY camera because it needs so many accessories. And so far, I've been using the bare essentials. I've had a top handle, I've had a monitor to mount on top, and that's about it. And so SmallRig must have felt sorry for me because they reached out to me and said, hey John, we want you to rig out your Blackmagic with a bunch of parts that we're gonna send you, and please, all you have to do is make a video about it. So here we are. All right, what you've been waiting for, let's open this guy. There's a bunch of stuff in here. I don't know, should I just spill it out on the table? Ah, all right, that's a lot of stuff. Thank you, SmallRig. All right, our first item on the list is a seamless focusing gear designed specifically to fit on the Sigma 18-35. That's gonna be important for the follow focus. Next up, we have the matte box. Oh, this is the matte box. When you buy the SmallRig matte box, you're gonna get the matte box itself. You're gonna get some rings that'll be compatible with certain lens sizes. So 77, 82, 67, and finally 72, which is the one we're gonna need because of the Sigma 18-35. So I guess I'll just screw this ring on like that, and then we screw the matte box on. You've got yourself a matte boxed Sigma 18-35. We're this close to being in the big leagues. What's next? I'm actually very curious about this envelope. Everything else is in a box, but this one, what is this? Ah! All right, so this is quite cool. This is a cold shoe extender. Now the basic cage for the Blackmagic doesn't have any cold shoes on it, and that really bothered me. So I asked for this piece because I knew that it would be very useful to have extra cold shoe mounts, especially for the microphones as well as lights. If I ever want to go documentary style and have a light mounted on top of the Blackmagic, then a cold shoe is the way to go. So I think they give you an Allen wrench with every single piece, so I'm gonna have a bunch of these wrenches by the time this video is finished. Next piece is a cheese plate. Now this is gonna be very important later on when I'm building my design. I'm like a kid on Christmas morning, like which one do I open next? Adult Lego. Next up is more Allen wrenches. A very high quality monitor mount. Now this is a very strong monitor mount that allows me to mount it pretty much everywhere, and that's very important because the one that I had last time from before is only cold shoe. So it's very important to have a more versatile monitor mount. What's next? Oh, this one's super cool. All right, so I asked for this one. This is a mini V mount for the FX Lion. So it's a little switch here. You can slide your little V, that's where the name comes from, V-mount, into it. Whoop. All right, so there we go. It's already fitted on the battery. Works perfectly. What could this be? It's like on Christmas morning when you see a package that's obviously in the shape of like a snowboard, and it's obviously a snowboard, come on. This thing, it's obviously the rods. I like these. They sound nice, and they have that nice SmallRig logo on them. Sweet. Now this one's pretty obvious because it says on the box, but this is the lens adapter support. It's very specific, and that's because on the 18-35 I need a speed booster to mount it to the Blackmagic, and this is added support to add to the lens. In a previous video where I talked about the Viltrox speed booster on the Blackmagic, I actually mentioned that there's a little bit of a wiggle for the adapter on the camera. This little piece here is going to make sure that everything is welded together, so there's going to be no play. The lens is going to be tight. It's going to make it tougher to switch lenses though. It's going to be a bit of a pain, but if you're shooting mostly with EF lenses adapted to your Blackmagic, then this is going to be an essential piece. More Allen wrenches and screws. This is a very important piece. This is going to be on the back side of the rods. This is going to allow me to mount my V-mount behind the camera. Ooh, what's this? Ah. This here is going to be a very important piece. This is the base plate. That looks good. This is more heavy duty than I imagined. Wow, that looks cool. I almost forgot to open the follow focus. Then we have the main focusing unit, which I gotta say, it's super smooth, very nice. Okay, so now that I've unboxed every single item, it's time to rig out the Blackmagic. Now this lens support right here, man, this thing is solid as a rock now. Okay, so now I've got the base plate attached at the bottom, very tightened with the lens support right here. First rod inserted. Oh, there we go. Nice, look at that. Now the rods are basically protecting the matte box when I put the camera down. So we have this base now, but it's still very heavy in the front. If I try to hold it like this, it tilts forward. So that's why I'm gonna put the battery at the back. So that's the next step. That's where we're gonna need this piece right here. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. It's super fun to film with this thing. I can tell you from just walking around with it yesterday, the added weight makes it actually very stable, and the images I'm getting out of this are just so gorgeous. So for me, it's worth it, and of course it's a lot of fun. So one thing that I learned yesterday actually was this follow focus right here. When I first rigged it, I put it on this side, but that turned out to be a problem for me because I'm using this top handle to hold, and I'm focusing with my left hand. But the record button of the Blackmagic is on the right side. So you can tell I moved the follow focus to the right side so that now I can hold with my left hand all the time and then use my right hand to control recording, focus, as well as any other settings that I might have to fiddle with. Let's see, let's talk about this. So I added a cheese plate at the back here just to add extra weight, honestly, for the battery, as well as I didn't like the way that the connector was pointing towards me, so now with this end here, I can actually like support it on me like that and not worry about breaking it. It's cool. It's very professional looking. And speaking of professional looking, that's a big consideration when rigging out these things, because if somebody's paying you a lot of money to come and film something and you show up with an unrigged camera, they'll be wondering how professional you are. I know it sounds ridiculous, but if you show up with something like this, there's not gonna be a single doubt in their mind that you know what you're doing. So having a rigged out system is signaling to other people that you're professional. It's kind of like wearing a business suit for non-videographers. Over a year ago, back in Iceland, I was walking around downtown with my GH5 with this monitor on top, with the cage and everything, and I was going back from filming a music concert, when all of a sudden a guy pulls up in a car next to me and he says, "Hey, are you a professional videographer?" Fast forward a few days, this guy becomes my client and I make videos for him, and then I make videos for his son and his business as well. Seems like entrepreneurship runs in the family. So just that one coincidence of him noticing me walking around downtown with a professional looking rig, that led to a lot of opportunity. So I'm not joking when I'm telling you that signaling that you're a professional videographer is super important. For example, nowadays, smartphones are getting super good. You could basically film a feature film with one of these guys. But the problem is, if you show up with a smartphone to a professional shoot, what are they gonna think about you? If they see you filming with a smartphone, they're gonna start wondering why they are not doing it themselves. You show up with one of these bad boys, they're gonna know why they're paying you the big bucks. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Once again, I'm John Bear. I'm a videographer and YouTuber from Iceland. If you did enjoy this video, definitely subscribe. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.